I made a whole YouTube video with my mic muted. So after everything was already uploaded and everything, I listened to it and I was like, why can't I hear myself? So it was muted. But in today's video, now that everything's working, hopefully we're going to talk about the SPY, the NASDAQ, the IWM, and the crypto markets. And we're also going to talk about how the Discord is doing so well. All right, so without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first of all, I stream my day trades and everything completely for free every morning live, right? So you can tune in on Twitch, YouTube, any social media, and I'll be live streaming my trades there every morning. So not only that, I'm doing it for free, I also have a Discord server where I also share my trades. And these trades are doing fantastic. People are doing really, really well. And on top of that, it's not just me. There are other traders in the server that are also sharing their trades, and they're killing it. The crazy part about this is there are about maybe 10 or 15 different people in the server that can make their own Discord server and charge people money. But no one is doing that. We're all sharing trades completely for free. And we're creating a community of people that want to better other people. And it's a really beautiful, loving environment. And honestly, you guys hear this every day. You guys can either join now or you're going to want to join in a month. Do yourself a favor, join now. And at the end of the day, you'll see that there is benefit. If not, you're going to see that there's benefit in a month's time, 2 months' time. But that could have been a month or two that you could have been making money and learning. So it's up to you. We'll talk about this every day. At the end of the day, you're going to see the growth that's happening with everyone in the chat. That's happening with us and the community. So you could be a part of it. We'd love to have you if you're a like-minded, hardworking individual. All right, so without further ado, let's get started with the rest of the video. So clearly the SPY had a very, very amazing day. We closed above this zone. Obviously, everyone was like, oh my God, are we going to go higher? Are we going to go lower? The SPY reclaimed its uptrend. It reclaimed the uptrend that was broken, and then it closed above this very important level of resistance, the zone. And clearly that's very, very bullish, right? But this is the issue that I am looking at. So when you look at the MACD, right? If you look at this blue number here, right? You can see that it shows the MACD line. All right. So you can see currently the MACD is oversold compared to the slow MACD line. And if you look at the number yesterday, it was 2.17. If you look at the number today, it's 2.45. So that's a 0.3 point increase. So now with that concept in mind, the SPY jumped up basically $8 on a 0.3 point move, right? So now if the MACD, right, being oversold, if it continues at this rate and it ends up crossing above, that would send the SPY to 500. Is the SPY going to 500 in the next few days? No, it's probably not. So what we've seen the past few times, especially if you guys have been watching my YouTube videos for a while, you'll see that when things look extremely bullish like this, they can't sustain it themselves. There needs to be some sort of a grace period where the indicators and everything cool down a bit. And I think that is what's going to end up happening because the MACD just looks so strong, and it's very terrifying because this MACD is showing a lot of strength above levels of resistance. So it would make sense if we were oversold on the MACD, etc., at lows, right? So for example, back here, back in mid-July, we were at a low. The MACD was oversold. So it makes sense. Okay, we're gonna move up. Cool. But the MACD is oversold now above levels of resistance with a baby move in the MACD indicator itself with a strong, extreme pop to the upside on the SPY. So that, in my opinion, is not sustainable. So, and aside from that, The main thing that I want to see is I want to see 2 closes above this zone. All right. We did close above for one day. I want to see 2 closes to get like a nice confirmation. But ideally, I want to see 2 closes above 420. We couldn't. We closed at 419.99. So, you know, I want to see what happens in the next few days. Tomorrow morning we have PPI data. So, I'm gonna talk. I was thinking about other stuff that I said in the video before while I was muted. But instead of talking about that, let's just take a look at the NASDAQ first. So similar to the SPY, how the MACD moved upwards, etc., whatever, and the NASDAQ showed a lot of strength. What we see on the NASDAQ MACD is the NASDAQ's MACD was actually falling. So yesterday the MACD was at 3. Today it's at 2.48. So the MACD on the NASDAQ is falling, yet we had basically a 3% green day. I don't know if that's sustainable. I don't think that that's sustainable, but that's showing a lot of buying pressure. That's showing an enormously tremendous amount of buying pressure. And I'm not sure if that's sustainable. The IWM, similar. The MACD is barely moving upwards yet. And first of all, the IWM had the sharpest uptrend of the 3 indices. So we've almost reclaimed that uptrend as well. And the MACD is not overbought yet either. So this is showing a lot of strength on all 3 indices. This is showing a complete shift, potentially in retail. I'm sure lots of retail are starting to become very, very bullish. But when the majority of retail begins to become very, very bullish, it's probably not the best sign to remain extremely bullish. It makes sense to start being more cautious. So in terms of swing trading to the upside, in terms of anything, first of all, we have to follow the momentum. The momentum is clearly bullish. Regardless of what I think can happen, regardless of what anyone thinks can happen, we follow the price action and leave our emotions to the side. We leave our emotions to the side and we try to learn from what's happening, and we learn and adapt. We have inferences and hypotheses, but that doesn't always guarantee that everything's going to work out. So number one, we have to see how PPI data comes out tomorrow morning and to see whether or not the market is responding in a bullish way. If we're responding in a bullish way, we're going to continue to buy dips, basically. We have to continue buying dips at support. The momentum is extremely strong currently. So we have to just keep playing that. But the longer that they can keep the market extremely bullish, and the more we see hedge fund managers, and we see the CEO of BlackRock selling the most stock he's ever sold. We see Musk offloading 6-point-something billion worth of shares. It's happening for a reason, right? So we don't entirely know that reason just yet. There could be various different reasons, but the fact that that's happening is something that we have to take into consideration. And the fact that that's happening while the market is moving upwards is also something that we have to take into consideration. So I think what can end up happening right now is ideally what we want to see for a continue to move upwards. Say, for example, 430 would be the target to the upside, right? Say, for example, what I want to see is, obviously, I want to see this trend line hold at around 417.50, right? I want to see 2 closes above 417.50 to get a confirmation that we're going to continue moving higher. That's fine. But I want to see us wick maybe down to 415 to 416, hold that level as support, and then move higher. Once we move to maybe 424, 425, imagine how bullish everyone will be. Everyone will start thinking 430 is right around the corner. Everyone will start thinking, okay, we're going to break 430, we're going to hit 435. People are going to be very, very bullish. And that would be we could continue moving higher, but once more and more people become bullish, and once the call volume starts hitting historical highs, especially with retail, that would be like the perfect opportunity to rip the market down, and that would be max pain to retail investors. That would be one of the most max pain, because what we saw recently, a few months ago, was that many retail did not profit on this move upwards at all, because they were extremely bearish. And that's what they want. They wanted everyone to be extremely bearish so that you wouldn't be able to profit off of the move upwards. And now they're going to want everyone to be extremely bullish so that you can't profit on the way down. So you can't profit on the way down. All right. So if we do go higher, they want people to remain bullish as we continue falling, because people would make a lot more money if they just followed the trend. So currently the trend is up. All right. I'm going to continue buying dips as long as the trend remains higher. But aside from that, one of the main levels that basically needs to hold is going to be this 410.5 and then 407 to 408. But in the immediate term, 417 and 415 are going to be very important levels of support for me. So aside from that, there's that for the stock market. I hope I covered everything. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the crypto market. Crypto market's not doing too hot. Relative to the stock market, the crypto market is underperforming disgustingly. So we haven't even crossed back above 24/7 yet. So yes, obviously we had a green day today. The stock market was green, but where crypto should be, Bitcoin should be at like 30,000 right now compared to where the SPY bounced from. It should be somewhere between 28 to 30,000. But because there's so much going on in the crypto market with all of the various different scandals and money being lost, and institutional investors just don't feel comfortable putting their capital and their money into crypto with all of these different allegations and everything that's going on in the crypto market right now. So until investors get better sentiment, they'll feel more comfortable to park their cash there. But at the moment, people feel more comfortable putting their money in equities instead of crypto. So yeah, we just need to see if that changes moving forward. But yeah, aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm tired. But yeah, anyway, have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, man, thank you.